Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. So, I want to check. We got elevators spreading. I want to make sure... I really hope I didn't forget all that time ago to set my urban centers. Okay, no, we are using covered markets. Alright, beautiful. We're still in basic power plants, which is a shame. But it is what it is. The Danish would like a treaty. Investment rights and trade privileges for trade privileges. Huh. Yeah, okay. Seems good. Now I need to figure out what else I want to do with all this construction capacity. I could leave it and build up a reserve, but I don't really see that as useful. So, let's take a look at the market. Let me see. I could still expand iron capacity. Rhone is still really low on market access. Are your railways running? They are. So let's build up... Gosh, how many levels do we need? We get 40 transport, 25 infrastructure per level here. So we need... we only need one, but that's cutting it pretty close. Let's put 3 in. 3, I said. Now, the market. Iron, 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 iron. Our iron... Actually, this is a better question. Our iron mines are profitable, right? Yeah, seems like they are. Well, our ones in our market are, generally speaking. Let me see. Let me see. I'll finish out the ones in Wallonia. Mauritania we can safely increase without a problem. Sokoto, Nigeria... They're having a little bit of a hard time competing. Wow, Switzerland is still on frickin' picks and shovels. That's pathetic. Alright, and we got a bunch more in Lorraine that we can build up. So we'll max those out. That should be fine. That means Lorraine's gonna need some more infrastructure. Could have done the ones in Alsace-Lorraine too, but I'll leave it for now. Let's just build a few more levels of railway. Yep, they're unprofitable, but they're producing. Oh, actually, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll only need a couple. Maybe I'll only need one. I'll need one. That'll be fun. We're actually already in there. So how far ahead are we? We're very far ahead now. Now that our, in terms of the prestige race, now that our third fleet has come online. Great Britain's army compared to ours, they've got 650 battalions with a capacity to go up to 950 and 500 flotillas. We've got only 300 flotillas. We've got 700 battalions with the capacity to go up to 1,400. So realistically, we can take the British in a fight, but the naval side is rough. That's the takeaway here. So we could do some territory pilfering. Now, Switzerland is a junior power block partner, but not a subject. I could subjugate them. Yeah, let's do that. Because with Switzerland now in our market, yeah, they're very dependent on us economically already. Actually, almost enormously so. So this should go very, very fast. The art of doing nothing. Though previously opposed to the women in the workplace laws, Patrice Ventresque has considered the industrialist political position and instead offers support. While speaking with constituents on matters of law, one must first master the art of appearing to do nothing. While you do everything behind whispers and masked men, indubitably. So he's a trade union's nihilist. Welcome their support. Trade unions and industrialists stronger. Extra enactment chance. Or keep a sharp eye, they're out to something. He gets less popular. Half as much enactment chance. I'm going with the first one. Trade unionists and industrialists stronger is fine. Basically in this patch, I've never needed to worry about the trade unions. Babangi. Well, that's a shame. We'll send the Army of West Africa to deal with this situation. This shouldn't be too much of an issue. Obviously, it's going to cost us a pile of money, but I don't really see that as a barrier. And then we're doing a bunch of colonization down here as well. Les nouveaux riches. The nouveaux riches. The prosperity of French society has given rise to a generation of wealthy entrepreneurs. The most fashionable den of these nouveaux riches is Maxime's, an exclusive restaurant decorated in Art Nouveau and catering to the most wealthy and fashionable citizens of Paris. It was an accumulation of velvet, lace, ribbons, diamonds, and what all else I couldn't describe. To undress one of these women is like an outing that calls for 3 weeks advance notice. It's like moving a house. A place to take ladies, but never one's wife. Extra standard of living for the upper strata, and minimum expected standard of living for the upper strata in Ile-de-France. Alright then. Interesting. And soon Switzerland will be a subject. I probably shouldn't have done that while I was still working on Egypt, but it's fine. Switzerland really needs into the French market, so how's this impacting Switzerland? Because Switzerland often is often a realm of headaches. Let me see. Oh my gosh. We have a hugely profitable corporate headquarters here. Okay, so these places, more productive now. Why are you going to downsize? You're productive. What's wrong with you? And I'll build up those tooling workshops, and I'll build up these coal mines as well. Development plan, ahoy! The Paris Metro, a network of underground train stations, complete with entrances designed by Hector Grimard in Art Nouveau style, has been inaugurated in Paris. The sinuous designs of the metro entrances, with their red lights and embellished lettering, have rapidly become a symbol of Paris. Those divine entrances to the metro, by grace of which one can descend into the region of the subconscious, but of the living and the monarchical aesthetic of tomorrow. Another step towards a city of tomorrow. Urban center throughput increased by 10% in probably in Ile-de-France. Or a new symbol of our nation's progress, extra prestige. I'm going to go with that prestige. We're Art Nouveau maxing right now. Lost a general. Let's take another quick look through our leaders and make sure we're good to go. We are not. Army of West Africa needs another fella. Let's see. How old is this guy? He's 74, so they need a new fella, and they need him bad. Let's go with this, let me see. Let's go with this ruthless guy. He seems nice. And he's an explorer. Oh, my goodness. The perfect man for the job. Is our king an adult yet? Not yet. Grow faster. Get it together, Chuck. Jesus. Alright, we're actually over our... We're not using all of our construction capacity. Investment pool is increasing in size once again. So let's see what else to build. Engines are still fairly expensive. And our motor industries continue to be profitable. Law progressed to ascent. Wonderful. All right, we're finally making progress here. God, we have a lot of motor industries. Yeah, motor industries out the wazoo. The ones here are not as profitable as they could be. Let's build some of them up, and that should also help the steel mills. There's a war. Bobangi people, I'm not really concerned about this. I think this is going to go really fast and easy. So that'll be fine. We're about 2 years away from being reputable again. So we'll be looking for targets at that time, expansion targets. Switzerland is very close to being no longer in high liberty desire, but again, not that much of a concern for me. Our mandate progress gain is a little bit low because we lost a bunch of cohesion doing this thing, but that should be fine. Ooh, Portugal. Invite to our power block. They'd say yes for an obligation. Let's do it. They said no. Bastards. Portugal. You fool. How could you? How could you do this to me, Portugal? Ah, that's extremely fun. Ah. Get wrecked, Great Britain. So I think our strategy of outracing Great Britain is very much going to pay off because they're still having a hard time expanding in Africa with all of the malaria that they're experiencing. So yes, so once this is done, subjugating Ashanti, conquering Bagmiri and Darfur. Wow, these areas are devastated to all get out. USA really did a number on these. There's that war finished. Yeah, oh, it's not great. It's not great, friends. I need to, I should have defended these areas better. Oil and outer houseland. So I built up a pretty high governance capacity. So I got a little bit more stuff here. So let's increase the size of... Actually, capacity cost is pretty high. Let's increase medical. And then... Do I build up more bureaucracy? I think maybe. I'm still a little short in Languedoc. Short in infrastructure here, too. Gosh, and also golly. Oop. I was holding the wrong key and I put them at the bottom. Am I crazy? What is going on here? Right, because I queued up 10 of them. Because I was holding the wrong key. Oh man, I'm so smart. So good at things. Okay, so how many government admins am I building? Okay, I'm still only building the one government admin. Alright, well that'll be fine. Wait, hold on. Did I see another huge stack of railways? I did. Oh man. Oh gosh. What is going on out here? Oh my god, I'm so good at video games. Alright, now, I got the 3 railways. I got the government admin. Alright, we're fine. I think I built 10 government admin, but that's fine. We'll go institution maxing. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Now, I'm a little bit low in legitimacy, I noticed. How can I get more of that? It's the freaking intelligentsia. They want the petite bourgeoisie in here. And they'll do even better with the armed forces. So let's do it. We'll go legitimacy maxing. I would love to get 214k loyalists a month. That sounds delightful. This. Portugal, I can't believe you. How could you? Portugal. Portugal, you fools. I can't believe it. They said no to me, the French. I even offered them a frickin' thing. Oh my gosh, and I can't offer it again for another like 3 years. This is abominable. How dare they? How absolute dare. Anyway, I can't pay too much attention to that because I need to continue to figure out what I want to build. I'm still importing a bunch of silk, and that doesn't seem useful. Oh, it's because Italy is producing. It's because Sicily is producing a bunch of this special silk. Where are these coming from? Oh no, they're coming from here. It's. Hold on. Yes, it's the Manta Rosetta. And Manta Rosetta is... Yeah, but... So, where's your... What country are you in? Are you in 2 Sicilies? How do I tell this? No. Are you in Sardinia Piedmont? No. Hey, there's one in the workforce. Nice. Which company is meant? Am I heading up Mentoro Città? I'm surely not. Austria? Did you found Mentoro Città? You did, you sneaky bastards. Ah, the old so-and-so? Austria? Well, that's fine. Someone's got the end of spring, that's fine. Feared but not loved. The Empire of Japan, owing us an obligation, could be used for Western propaganda campaign, making the world see our nation in a more pleasant light. It is well for a nation to be respected, feared even, but can we truly expect them to support us in the future if most Japanese children grow up hearing stories about how we will eat them if they don't behave? Everyone should remember how he came to their aid, sends an offer to them that might reduce our infamy, or why, when we are a nation to be feared, does not. If they say yes, our infamy goes down by 10. If they say no, it deteriorates relations. I'm going to make that offer. No, I'm going to try to make that offer. Relations are really good, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's see what happens. If our infamy goes down, I would be very pleased. Oh boy, we're getting events. We're getting events at the wazoo. Come on. Japan, no! Shame. Mission to Africa. A group of Christian missionaries want to bring the salvation of the Gospels to our colony in French Imangishari. I do not believe everyone is entitled to salvation because we must be free to reject it, but I do believe everyone is entitled to the choice. We must not, cannot, sit idle in the Kingdom of France while there are yet unenlightened heathens in the world. If the colonial project is a truly moral one as you claim, then surely all moral instruction must begin with this choice. Spreading the true faith is a vital part of the colonial project. Extra conversion, stronger and happier Catholic Church, or we're there for the glory of the Kingdom of France, not the glory of God, Catholic Church salty. I can piss off the Catholic Church. They're not even a factor in our politics anymore. The other one, an exile at the gates. The relatively lenient French immigration system has long been attractive to those fleeing their home nations. Recently, Domingo Maza has petitioned to join the stream of people moving to the Kingdom of France. So this is a traditionalist aligned with the landowners. I don't love that. It was one name on a very, very long list, one that had passed through multiple layers of bureaucracy without being noticed. One fateful day, however, one clerk at the end of his shift pointed at that name and spoke those fatal words. I can swear I've heard of that guy before. Eventually he too will be French, he joins the country, or we will not have someone like this regardless of president, angry industrialists. I'm going to go with the second one. I can afford to piss off the industrialists a bit. Anarchist revolts in reverse Haiti. Don't need to worry about that. Let's see how our leverage is on Japan. It's pretty good. There's a lot of unclaimed leverage in Japan. Now there's a way to see a breakdown of your leverage. We've got all of the bonuses we can from diplomatic stuff. Low acceptance for primary culture, that simply is what it is. And then I can get a little bit of extra influence and a little bit of a higher baseline from having a more cohesive power block, and that's basically it. So probably getting Japan into our power block is a no-go. Oh my gosh, they're recognized. Oh, well that means subjugating them is going to be even more difficult. Not that I would ever subjugate my friends. Except for, all the times I would subjugate my friends. Speaking of which... Greece. Uses 90% cohesion. Oh, interesting. I wonder if it's dependent on their rank? It might be. Well, leverage is a little low with Greece, so maybe it's because of that. So let's maybe build up some stuff here. You'll always be happy with more iron mines. Textile mills, very good. Let's see. Everything else looks alright. Let's build up a little bit. Let's build up some more wheat output. Everyone's got to eat. And then we'll do some railways to cover for all of the infrastructure costs of producing the buildings that we are producing. That should be fine from a construction perspective. Again, the Confederation of the Rhine event finished, and I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Oh my goodness, they're doing a big state atheism. How curious. Wild. An atheist kingdom. How interesting. Let's take another look at our market. See what else we can build. Right, that's silk situation. So we're still not producing as much silk as we could be, and Languedoc is still having a... Oh, because those haven't been built yet. Alright, Western Switzerland. Let's build up railways here. Eastern Switzerland, you've got full market access, right? Yes. Yes, you do. You don't, but you're close. Alright, so we were talking about silk. I need to increase silk output. We're maxed. Wait, no. In Rhône, I can build 1 million more. So I will. And then before we do that, I'm going to need to build a little bit more infrastructure because we're going to need to get infrastructure built up in order to support all those extra silk plantations. And that'll be just fine. Man of war shortage, not my business. That's not my business. I don't build man of wars anymore. It's 1898 for Kirk's sake. Alright, we're slowly chipping away at our bureaucracy amount. We are going to need more bureaucracy going forward. So let's queue that in just as long as we're here. Ooh, public motor. Did I get combustion engine? Did I get a combustion engine somehow? Ooh, colonization of Bougainville is complete. I did! Wonderful. That's wonderful. So, before we do anything, how much oil have we got? Quite a bit. So that should be fine. Now, I've got to be conscientious, because I believe... No, because automotive industries are their own thing now. So let's get those built. Wow, we are, like, at labor capacity in a ton of different areas. That's bananas. Hurrah. So, let's build automotive industries in Maine-Anjou, Normandy, Brittany, Auvergne-Limousin, or, Orléans-Berry, and Ile-de-France. And that is going to be very, very good for us. The private sector is already building some. So let me see. I think I can afford to throw a lot of these silk plantations to the bottom of the queue. Haha. You can't escape me, automotive industry. And then what we're going to do is I should still have capacity for another company. I'm going to form a car company. The Mexican-French Treaty of Amity and Commerce. They want trade privileges and artillery in exchange for trade privileges and investment rights. I would be delighted, Mexico. I would love to own your entire country with my ginormous investment pool. How did this happen? Maybe I ran out of free corporate mandates. Oh, no, we're just not getting max number of companies because the Suez Canal Company... What do I need in order for this company to be... Maybe they need to be in the 90s or something? Do they need to be maxed out? Maybe they do. Gosh dang. Huh. That's curious. I see. So we're not really getting our morale loss and recovery bonuses from this company or over here. Interesting. So there's radio. Radio is going to help us a lot. Because it's going to be the basis of some very, very powerful, very powerful military stuff that we're going to be able to do. Perhaps I'll do half of the automotive industries, and then the other ones at the other end of... I said half, but apparently I meant 20%. And the others will do at the end of the at the silk plantations. Fin de siècle thought. With the coming end of the century, a literary and artistic movement expressing pessimism and a fear of societal degeneration has swept through the Kingdom of France. I hope tomorrow will be a fine day, Lane. It never is, sir. Lane, you're a perfect pessimist. I do my best to give satisfaction, sir. The world is getting better. Have they seen our GDP figures? Extra state penalties from turmoil in Ile-de-France. Extra arts academy building throughput. 2% of academics become more ethical. Or, there's a seed of pessimism inside all our hearts. All the modifiers seem bigger. I'm just going to do the first one. I don't necessarily want to build up a bunch of radicals in Ile-de-France. We know how that goes. Alright. Relations with Benin have never been better. Are they damaging relations? No, I don't think so. Well, we'll be fine. Relations with Ashanti are continuing to improve. Relations with Dahomey are continuing to improve. Life is good. Life is good, and our king is finally an adult. Look at this outfit. He's a political operator and cautious, and that means we got some more authority to play with. So, let's throw in a consumption tax. Opium could use a consumption tax. It should be fine. Our art market should be quite expensive now. Telephones, not much demand for telephones. Let's queue in... Let's queue in central planning. That's going to allow us to use more telephones. Now, to the automotive industries, I should have checked this before. Do they use power? They do not. They do not. Electric industries use power for radio production. I am going to set them over to do it. Wire. Okay, maybe not. We need to build electric industries in France. You fool! Ooh, actually, I want these at the bottom of the queue. Tried and true industries first. Alright, health system investment up to 3. That's very good. Let me see, I'm now outrunning my bureaucratic capacity in a couple of different areas. So we will go ahead and build those up. Now, farms can go to steam-powered threshers. That is going to make them more profitable. And that's very good. Mines, are you doing better with the steam donkey yet? You are. Alright. What about you? Because we're running out of labor availability. Incidentally, this is probably also going to increase the capacity of the... this is also going to make the engines industry more profitable. Hold on. Before I check the Decadence in Paris event, let's go ahead and grab a little bit more government admin. We're still sorted by lowest tax capacity. I'm going to throw these in at the top of the queue because I think getting them done fast is the right call. Alright, that should be fine. Decadence in Paris. Artists and authors affiliated with the intelligentsia have begun taking artistic inspiration from Jory Karl Huysmans' decadent novel A Rebours, detailing the experiences of a man who retreats into hyper-aesthetic sensory experience and idealistic artistry to escape the world. There is not one of her inventions, no matter how subtle or imposing it may be, which human genius cannot create. There can be no doubt about it. This eternal, driveling old woman is no longer admired by true artists, and the moment has come to replace her by artifice. The very guidebook of decadence, stronger and happier intelligentsia, or a poisonous corrosive text. Increased society research speed? Heck yes, increased society research speed. Give me that. Am I researching society? No, and I won't be. For a while. Oh, man. Maybe we'll slip in central planning first, just to take advantage of that bonus, and then we'll do all the other stuff in military. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot landing craft. You can't forget landing craft. Alright. Let me see. Ooh, new mandate available. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and grab that. So this finally will get us the 3rd level of advanced research, and that will raise our innovation cap. In fact, let's let it pass over another week. Hey, Belle Epoque, finally. So now, our weekly innovation... Okay, we're still at cap, and we're still getting unspent innovation into tech spread, which is very, very good. So I'm feeling pretty pleased with our overall setup here. Having 193 weekly innovation is really, really, really strong. That's allowed us to do an absolutely massive amount of stuff. Practically no demand for automobiles. There we go. Now there's demand for automobiles. Let's go! Raj? Are you just Raj? Oh my gosh, they split up. It's a tiny chunk of Great Britain right in the middle of India. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Ah, Great Britain, you ponce. Bengal. Okay, they're Bengal. They've turned into Bengal. And there's an Indian uprising. And Bengal is not even a subject of Great Britain. That's extremely funny. That's extremely funny. Everything has become silly over there. Ah, if I didn't have a ton of infamy, I would get involved just to shoot at the British. Do I want to provide a little bit more social security? I think so. Extra food security will be good, and I got plenty of bureaucracy to play with. That having been said, that is all the time we got for this episode, my nerds. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.